All right, so today I'm going to be talking about the newest signing for the Denver Nuggets, and that is going to be Russell Westbrook. It just got confirmed today. I'm actually going to pull up the tweet real quick, and the tweet is confirmed by Woj, and it says that once Russell Westbrook clears waivers, the expectation is that he'll join the Denver Nuggets as a free agent, and he's going to be coming off the bench, right? So let's go to Woj's account here. So the reason how Denver's acquiring him is that after the Clippers signed him this offseason, but they're basically kind of like salary dumping him to the Jazz, and they're sign and trade, right? They're getting Chris Dunn, but the idea is that he's gonna get bought out by the Jazz and intends to sign with the Nuggets, which I think, yeah, right here is what Woj says. So I'm gonna start with my thoughts on this. So Westbrook, as we're seeing his highlights from as a Clipper. Here's what I think Westbrook can bring to the Nuggets, and I think Westbrook can bring actually a lot to the Nuggets. I think what he's gonna bring is obviously a veteran point guard who, to be honest, this is probably the best or second best player Jokic has played with in his career, probably outside of Jamal Murray. When it comes to accolades, I'd say at least maybe DeMarcus Cousins probably the second best outside of Westbrook. But we got ourselves an MVP, the triple double leader, multiple time All Star, and ultimately he's a Hall of Famer. This is what Russell Westbrook is. And now, yes, has he passed his prime? Yes, but this guy is going to bring the intensity and the fast paced basketball that this Denver Nuggets roster needs off the bench. Because obviously, with Reggie Jackson, the pace off the bench was a little bit more slow than in previous years when the Nuggets had Bruce Brown. And obviously, as we're seeing these highlights, Russell Westbrook plays a fast tempo when he is the one, right? He likes to push the ball, he likes to get in the paint, or he likes to kick out, right? And he's also aggressive defensively. He's gonna really be putting pressure on the ball handler, and he likes to get in the paint. He likes to be physical. And I know Russ catches a lot of slander for really his field goal percentages, right? That he's not the shooter that he used to be. And to be honest, he really never was a shooter, but he could go ahead and give you points from really whenever in his peak in 2016, 2015, right? But that's not what Denver is having him. That's not going to be his role. His role is going to be that backup one, and ultimately, at least this is my vision of it, is that he's going to be our bench scorer and bench leader, which the Nuggets have not really had. Even when Bruce Brown was here, he was our leader off the bench, and especially in the points category. But he's not the vet that Russell Westbrook is and can be, especially for this young bench we have now. So now, as we can see, let's go check out Basketball Reference. So Russ is coming off a year in which he averaged about, let's see, so 11, 5, and 5. We're going to say 45% field goal percentage, 27% from three, about 70% free throw percentage for the Clippers, which isn't bad, right? He came off the bench. And before that, he also played with the Clippers year before. And he averaged almost, we'll call it 16 the previous 2 years before that. And I'm sorry, I was looking through these stats, but 2020-2021 season was, let's see, about 4 years ago. He averaged, he basically, he's putting up triple double numbers at least close to, especially him on the Wizards. Listen, he got 11th in MVP voting. The guy has shown that he has it after 2016, right? And I just don't think the Clippers were necessarily the right fit for him. Neither were the Lakers. And it's shown here that Jokic wants to be teammates with Russ, especially they kind of have a similar playing style as when it comes to pure basketball. They can score, but they also like to facilitate, right? Not in the sense of their athleticism and the way they score, but the way they I guess what I'm trying to say is that they're both triple double machines at the end of the day. They both can really do anything on a basketball court. So for the Nuggets, I'd say this is a good signing, especially for the way our bench needs help. And I do think ultimately this upgrades our bench, especially with the signings of or the signing of Dario Saric, drafting Deron Holmes, even though he suffered an injury, not even fully into his first summer league game. I do think that this is going to help the bench along with the Nuggets. Hopefully, having a impact with Julian Strother coming off the bench in his second year and an upgraded Peyton Watson. So overall, news is Westbrook is gonna ultimately sign with the Denver Nuggets after he gets bought out by the Utah Jazz. And overall, I believe this is going to be a good thing for the Denver Nuggets in the long run to hopefully get them back into the title race in the West after the West has had a really good offseason for the majority of the teams and the conference has just gotten stronger as a whole. So to make sure if you guys want to see some more content related offseason news to like and subscribe.